Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So as you all know, we are all in quarantine because of the coronavirus, and right now I'm in my apartment complex, but I'm not in my apartment. I'm like outside, and behind me is our clubhouse, which is like a lobby and like a building with a gym and stuff. I'm filming outside right now because my room is not a filming space right now. It's messy, and B, I just wanted to go outside and get some sunlight and get some, vitamin D, because staying inside all the time is not good at all. Like, you just gotta get outside, get some air, get some sunlight, because quarantine is gonna drive you crazy, and it really was starting to drive me crazy being inside all the time. That's why I came outside to get some fresh air. I apologize for my appearance. I look hit, but I think we all do, to be honest, because hairstylists, nail techs, they're all not coming to us. They're not gonna make house calls to come make us look good and risk Corona, like, no. So we all look a little hit right now, so I know we all going through it. I apologize if the wind is like loud. I'm trying to talk over the wind because it's blowing everywhere and it's not fun, but I am outside, so we gonna roll with it, okay? So this quarantine, it's day what? Can somebody tell me what day of quarantine we're in, because I really don't know. I don't know. I was keeping track about a week ago and I lost track. But now we're in quarantine, and this video isn't really gonna be like funny. I try to be like funny in my videos, but this one's just more like, like talking to y'all. Quarantine is, for a lot of us, it's shitty to be completely honest, man. Like, a lot of our lifestyles were just like flipped in the blink of an eye, and we weren't expecting it. We weren't really prepping for this. Like, I don't think anybody could have really prepared for this sudden change in lifestyle, and we're all adjusting to it in various degrees, various ways. Me personally, I'm having a really hard time adjusting, not only because I'm in quarantine, but because my family lives in an apartment with 6 people. Okay, so I share a room with 2 of my sisters, and also, if you're in quarantine and you have your own room, do not take that for granted, because if you're able to have 6 feet of your own space at all times, that alone in itself is just a blessing, because not everyone has their own space. I know you're stuck in the house, but at least you're stuck in your own space, feel me? So I don't have that. I know a lot of families don't have that. So just be grateful for those who do have it, first and foremost. Me personally, I was a college student, and I was the only one out of my siblings who was living at school full time. Like the other siblings were living at home and commuting to jobs or school, etc. So I was the only one living on campus full time. And so, on campus, I had my friends, I had my clubs, I had all these events I was looking forward to on campus. And I was expecting to come back to school around this time, like a week ago. But when they announced that we were going online for the whole semester, my first reaction was just like, what the fuck? Like, I was so disappointed. My first thought was, okay, like, I'm not gonna get to say goodbye to all of my friends who are graduating. I was just going through the process, and I was just kind of in denial for a little bit. I'm like, nah, they're gonna bring us back to school in like May for finals. They're gonna bring us back eventually. But now I think that the reality is kind of setting in for me, and that's like the hard part, to accept that this is my new reality. And I think that's the case for a lot of people who are in quarantine, like accepting that this is real and it's happening to us right now. And that is definitely the hardest pill to swallow. Like, coronavirus is real. It is coming for us. Hopefully not all of us, but they do say it's gonna hit us all eventually. But that is definitely hard to accept, that this is all real. And that is definitely what the country is struggling with right now. A lot of us who our lifestyles have completely changed, whether for good or bad, because of this quarantine. And also, I am an essential worker. I go to work every day, and to be honest, I'm kind of scared shitless, because it's like, because my family lives in such close quarters, if one of us gets sick, we all get sick. Because like I said, I share a room with my siblings, so literally my sister's bed is 3 feet away from mine, not even 4 or 5 feet. There's no social distance within our room, and that's the hard part, because it's like, if one of us gets sick, there's no way to properly quarantine one of us unless somebody's like kicked out of their room or somebody has to give up their bed. So that's just tough. So like I said, if your house is big enough for you to have your own space, then don't take it for granted. Appreciate it, you know, use it to your advantage. Another thing with this quarantine, like, it's really hard not being able to see my family, like my cousins and aunts and my extended family, because we are a very close-knit family. So say like once or twice a month we'd have these Sunday dinners, we get together, you know, have some laughs, watch some TV, have some good food, and that's all gone now because of the quarantine. That's also one of the really hard things that comes with the quarantine. Those who have really close-knit families and maybe, you know, live alone or can't go see their families, that are kind of struggling mentally, like mental health, that's another big thing, because quarantine isn't always good for somebody's mental health, because some people are doing great, like they're living their best life in quarantine by themselves, you know, finding new hobbies, finding things to do. But some people, other people, are really suffering in quarantine, and I want to say I'm somewhere in between those two like poles, because I'm not like suffering, you know. I have some good days, I have some okay days. At least I'm making some money because I'm at work, but also, you know, going to work puts me at risk. So it's kind of just these two feelings, you know. And also going back to the college student thing, like people who have college student kids, y'all need to realize that like we're making a big adjustment from living on campus to being at home. Like on campus I had my own room, my own space, my own privacy. At home, no privacy. Like it's not ideal at all. But on the other side of things, you know, ways that I'm coping in the quarantine, you know, I just kind of do my music. I've been writing a little bit, but I don't really have time to write anymore because, for one, you know, I work very long hours. But yeah, you know, quarantine, I miss my friends a lot. I miss my family a lot. I miss my clubs and my professors and my school. I miss everything a lot. And hopefully by the fall I can go back to campus and get back to my college life, because I really want to have my senior year in college to be at college, you know, on campus. I hope that this quarantine doesn't last longer than the next couple months. I really want to be able to enjoy my summer, but you know, nothing's guaranteed. We gotta hope for the best and hope that, you know, the curve of the spread hits its peak soon, so that way it'll go down hopefully in the next few weeks. Yeah, that's just kind of how I've been doing in quarantine. Yeah, that's it for this quarantine video, and I will hopefully be back on camera soon. All right, bye.